The man tied his dog to the car, but just as he was about to monitor a criminal, the dog came back dragging the rearview mirror with him, and even started drinking his juice. They followed the criminals to the beach, but when a frisbee suddenly flew by, the dog dashed after it, dragging the man with him, so he didn't even hear the criminals' conversation, and the mission completely failed. The man prepared for the next mission, but a glamorous dog in a luxury car ahead made his dog drool. The man reminded him of the mission, but the dog had no interest, so he gave him 10 minutes for a date. The dog rushed into the luxury car. The man stood guard outside, while the dog recorded evidence inside. When their romantic moment ended, the dog still looked love-struck, but obediently followed the man home. Once there, he immediately charmed the man's girlfriend, who adored him instantly. When the man tried to get close to his girlfriend, the dog pushed him away, as if competing for her affection. At night, he even squeezed himself between the couple. The next morning, the man refused to feed him breakfast, but the dog kept interfering until the man finally gave him the cake. Just then, the criminals opened fire on them. The man sped after them, and when the criminals abandoned their car in a warehouse, the chase led to the rooftop. The dog leapt across to the opposite building, but the man hesitated. The dog urged him on, so he sprinted and jumped. The man was about to fall, and even the dog couldn't bear to watch him. Barely grabbing a pipe to save himself, the dog sniffed out something and barked at a ladder. The man climbed up but found nothing, and threatened to neuter the dog if he kept barking, but the dog barked louder. Suddenly, a criminal crawled out from under a billboard. They fought. The man punched him off the roof. The trail also went cold. That night, they got a message. His girlfriend had been kidnapped. He was told to come to the mountain for an exchange, but sensing a trap, he followed a suspicious truck. When he closed in, the criminals opened fire, wrecking his police car. The dog jumped through the window, chasing the truck until it was forced to stop. The man then drove the truck to the mountain, threatening the criminals with a detonator, claiming he'd blow up their cargo. They released his girlfriend, but then the detonator beeped. The criminals realized it was fake. Gunfire erupted and they fled. The dog gave chase, but was shot by the criminals. Enraged, the man fired back, taking revenge for his partner. He covered the dog with his jacket, carried him to the hospital, and waited anxiously as hours passed. The doctors finally said his life wasn't in danger, but the man blamed himself for not protecting him. The dog peeked at him quietly, then closed his eyes again, savoring the man's heartfelt confession. At last, the doctor explained it was just a flesh wound. The man looked at the dog, who shyly covered his eyes with his paw. The two troublemakers were finally reconciled.